What's good, superstars? Back with another VV video. You got Superstar Joe. You got the Superstar fam in the building. How's it going, fam? Bam, bam. Oh, you didn't see that one coming. Look, the camera didn't even see that one coming. Took it, made it get blurry and all that. Don't forget, become a superstar. Smash the subscribe button down below. Hit the bell notification so you know whenever we post about your favorite project. If that's VV, you're loving it right now. Also, become a superstar VIP, $2.99 a month. Hit the join button underneath the video. Get one of those stars next to your name. Level up through the stars. Make sure that you enter into the SUP program at the end of every single month. Also, first dibs on merch, and we're giving away a star in the universe every single month for VIP holders, exclusively for VIP holders. Follow us on X, follow us on Instagram, join our Discord. All our projects that we cover, plus more, are in the Discord, as well as any information on our utility programs. Discord, very important. SUP takes advantage of that Discord. VIP membership, automatic entries. But if you mint Cryptoids, we're Cryptoids ambassadors. Mint Cryptoids with our link in the description. Let us know if you're going to be buying them anyways. Use the link. Get extra utility. If they get a discount, you still get the same utility. Get extra entries into our giveaways. Also, you buy any merch, link in the description. Same thing. And if you don't win, half your entries move over to the next month. We have some NFTs available. We're selling some fanny pack NFTs. It's under the Superstar Mystery Box NFTs. Link is in the description as well. 15 Matic. Very, very, very cheap drop. Some utility, 3 months of utility. If you get a gold, you're getting automatic prizes every month for 3 months. If you get black, you got to battle it out with 45 people. If you get a pink or a blue, you're battling out with those guys for digitals. And there's a bunch of prize. 3 months utility, depending how much sells, that's how much we'll give away. And half of the proceeds are going back to Starboy holders. We're rewarding the Starboy holders on an ongoing basis. If you have not been paying attention to that program, if you don't have your Starboy, you have to buy it from the Superstars. We sold out of those, but right now we're trying to get back to them again. So it's a lot of fun running that program. It's a little bit of Superstar IP, and we're loving doing that. My voice is going. We did a live stream the other day. It was a lot of fun. Yesterday, we had a long chat because it was a Disney Pinnacle video. I'm going to pull that up here in just a second. But yeah, we're still getting over that. Disney Pinnacle launch details announced. If you don't know, tomorrow is the opening of the Disney Pinnacle platform. Don't know who's in it. We don't know the details of how to find out if we're on the wait list or allow list or whatever you call it. And we know it's a closed drop, so you have to be accepted into that to be able to participate. They've announced a couple things: Princesses, Star Wars, and the Disney Mickey and Friends stuff. A lot of details. Go check out the video yesterday, and you'll see more about it. It's on the Flow blockchain. It's a lot of fun and something that we will be participating if we get the chance. But if you want to learn more, definitely make sure you're following Diamond NFL AD on Twitter. He has all the details before we even see anything. He's always on top of it. So definitely want to follow him. Shout out Logo Fixie for pointing this out. There is Crypto Muscle. This is a Japanese community content creator, and they are starting to cover cryptoids as well. So it's not just a Twitter that was made for Japanese. I mean, 10.2K followers in the Japanese area of collecting and digital space. So I mean, really cool to see that it's not just American, not just Canadian, not just Western Hemisphere. We're starting to see some advertising and some, I guess you would call them ambassadors or people who really like the project, willing to post about it on their socials with this type of magnitude of following. So cool to see and excited to see more come out. Thank you for pointing that out, Logo Fixie. Really cool to see that. Guri. He collects mint number 415, and Starboys had to happen as well for him. He has one, and it is mint number 415. I'm so happy that you have that one. If anyone had 415, I wanted it to be Guri, so thank you so much. He even got the rare boxing gloves and the astronaut helmet going. Really cool one. Blame Joe. Don't know how I feel about that one, but I mean, the rest of it, he's a moon boy. You got that smiley face. Very, very cool. Go get your Starboy if you don't have one from another Starboy holder. Let's get as many people holding Starboys as we can. I think there's over 100 people now that have a Starboy, so that's pretty cool to see. Lunchbox. So if you didn't see this, Lunchbox had from the Flick Play community, also now a Starboy community member, has his daughter playing with the Baby Shark collectible, and she's going absolutely nuts when the song comes on. She loves it, and look, she's doing the whole actions and stuff. This is what it's all about. So happy that you shared that, and love that you're a part of the community now. So thank you for that, Lunchbox. We've been following Ian Curtis for a while on the channel. I've been showing off a lot of his AR. He did like a little summary of the post that he did for the year. And it's just, this is just from 2023, like concepts. I mean, now that we've seen so much of it, it's almost like it's going to become a reality next year, big news is we're getting the Apple Vision Pro. How will this stuff translate? Will we start to see a lot more of this because now we'll have the technology to facilitate? What do you guys think? And are you excited? Like this just got me so excited just watching the highlights back. I mean, like coming out of the screen, playing, interacting with the ball, and the advert. Like imagine that type of advertisement. You're just driving down the road. You got like some kind of either a layer on your windshield, or you have some kind of glasses that eventually are light enough to wear while you drive, and you just see the overlay in the world. I feel like that is something that this whole space is leading towards. We've been saying it from like day one of our videos that AR is going to be the future of the space, especially if it's like a layer over your world and like you're walking around. That's the way that people start to realize this space. And if we can get there, I think it's going to be a fun ride for those people who are early. Yeah, then we got another one. So this is Lunchbox showing off. He ended up winning the Superstar Steve giveaway for tagging us and tagging Steve on the Flick Play app. That was Steve's requirements, and he gave away generously a palindrome Starboy number 464, and it's really cool. He's on the moon. He's got the nice stars in the background, Moon Boy, and he's in the full Superstar Money gear. So that's amazing. Love it. Love to see you get it, Lunchbox. You've been such a great supporter, and appreciate you. Disney Pinnacle, like I said, tomorrow is the next day. I think they released some Pixar underneath this post. Yeah, so they're showing off some of the Toy Story pins right under that post. That's what some of them look like. You got Jesse, you got Woody. I forget the horse's name, but you got the horse. Don't shoot me. All right, I don't remember the horse's name. This is big news. This is big for me. This is big for our channel in general, just being able to participate in something like this. I don't know where my Pudgy went. I think my daughter took it and ran away with it. But anyway, Pudgy Penguins CEO. We got Luca Nets coming on, collecting in a digital world. Shout out to Will. He hooked it up. He's getting Luca in the space. He's hosting it, and we're going to be in there as well, asking a bunch of questions. Let us know if you got questions for CEO of Pudgy. I know that O'Malley had a question that was on his space earlier today. So yeah, I mean, we're going to try and ask him as much as we can, but he is trailblazing the Web3 space. He has absolutely gone gung-ho. He is taking over. They're doing everything. They're going in NFL stadiums on advertising. We've been keeping track of it for you guys so you can see what it's like to push the envelope, push the boundaries, and Luca Nets is doing that, exactly that. Love to see that he has a great relationship with Will from the Cryptoys team. We know that Cryptoys is doing amazing things over there as well, and how much we love them. So I mean, this is exciting for me. I'm really excited to see what he has to say about his future vision of the space, how he sees digital collecting moving forward, and what his future plans are. Maybe he'll give us a little bit of alpha on collecting in the digital world. If you're not going to be in this space, bookmark it. All right, bookmark the space. Definitely worth it. It's on Will's Twitter. We retweeted it as well. I had a question for Veve. I hope that they can answer this question. This is in relation to what happened with the recent Platinum Moments drop. If you tried crafting those Platinum Moments and you bought in secondary market, you might have noticed that you had to have bought from the store in order to do the craft. I need to make sure that this is not the case for the pencils, because not everybody was able to hit every pencil drop. So I want to make sure that it's not just airdrop pencils, like had they come directly to you to get crafted. I don't think it is. I haven't seen anything on any of like the 5 articles that we've seen on this. But again, I can't assume anymore based off of what's happened on the Platinum Moments drop. So Veve, if you can, if you're watching, anyone from Veve is watching this video, please respond to this tweet and just settle my anxiety so I know that I can hold on to my pencils. I have 2 sets. I have 2 full sets, and I want to make sure that I'm getting my desks. I want to make sure I'm getting my 2 desks. All right. I've had anxiety ever since the Bond airdrop. I have airdrop anxiety, AA. All right. I'm going to AA meetings about it, but I want to make sure I'm getting my airdrops, and I don't have to get, I think I got almost all of them from the store, to be honest with you, but I think maybe 1 or 2 I didn't, and I had to, I think the Lion King I missed. I'm not sure if I missed another one. I think the Lion King I missed. I think I might be the only one, but still, I want to make sure that I'm getting my 2 desks, and I want to make sure that you don't have to have them from the store and you can't buy them secondary, because now that's all up in the air. It's all up in the air. There's been no discussion about it. You said you acknowledge you're going to take it into account, but we want to know now, how's it going to go forward. Please let us know. If you're going to buy any cryptos, use that link or the link in the description. Let us know on Discord. Get entered into the SUP program. All right. Meat and potatoes. I'm going over to this tweet by Mr. MC1, friend of the channel. Sanjay, great part of the Veve community. And he's bringing up concerns, and he's one to do this. He won't only moonboy it, and he won't only be critical. He is a balanced approach. So shout out to Mr. MC1. Make sure you're following him on Twitter. Hi, Veve. Very passionate collector on the app, but have feedback. When there were 4,400 mints of the partner statue, holding back the first 1 to 40 mints, I know people still hate this, and other random 50 made sense. It was 2% of the drop. But with current volumes, it's talking about the London police drop where there was 222, 333, and 333. And in blind box, it creates many issues. Holding back 90 of each rarity meant that 30% of the drop was withheld from collectors. Just seems so much by any standards. I mean, I kind of agree with him on this point. Like maybe we should have a ratio based off how much of the drop. Maybe it should be a percentage of the drop is held back. But Veve gonna Veve. Number 2, 40% of the scarce or secret rare is withheld, with 27% of the ultra rares in a blind box. For the blind box, this is a problem. Veve should hold the same percentage of each rarity. I just said that. Holding more percentage of the scarcer rarity makes things even harder for collectors to hit a good rarity, even if they hit the drop. So, I mean, he's right. The 222 isn't really 222 anymore, right? It's 132. And then the other ones are 243. So it's a little bit even less of a chance that you're going to get it. It was much harder to get. But again, Veve gonna Veve. Then the random 50 mints, they took away the 41, 42, 43 lowest possible public mints and others too. So, I didn't know that. So 41 is usually the lowest mint, but I guess 41, 42, and 43 were also part of the ones that were taken by the random 50. If it's random, I guess that's the part that we don't know. It could always end up being one of those. And I guess in this case it was. This means collectors got the worst mints, especially since Veve is holding the first 40. There should be some rules so the rest are withheld too, so collectors are not further affected. Just time to revisit the old first 40 plus random 50 of every rarity, as it's just too obsolete and brutal to collectors today's reality. I know you guys will rethink with collectors at heart in mind. I mean, Sanjay's calling it out. He's calling it out straight. Funko called it out, I believe, on the Funko drop and made Veve give the community the 1 to 40s. And you saw how happy the community was with that. I mean, I know that David Yu is a collector and likes having that number 1 of everything. He's also put it out there for if you land that, I guess, on the Iron Man drop, he was willing to put up some big money for it. So you can tell that like this might be his rule where he really wants that number. And we have seen some low mints given away as contest giveaways and a bunch of other ways, I guess, licensors get them and all that. But I wanted to settle this problem. We talked about it a little bit on today's space. If you don't watch or listen to O'Malley and Miss Gecko's spaces on Mondays, I think it's 5 o'clock Eastern that they start. They do a week in Veve. It's a recap space. They don't just talk Veve, but for the most part, it's Veve. And they're talking about whatever else is going to come up during the week. So you know what to listen to, where to go. They're really, really pushing all creators, which is really cool to see. So definitely go check out that space on Mondays. But at the same time, he did a Speculation Nation, and they're talking about the crafting and the burning, and it got me going. So I said, you know what? Let me jump up there, hit the request button while I was driving. I'm driving. Don't space and drive, okay? But I was driving, I was in traffic, not moving. Said, why not hang out with the fam for a bit? And it was well worth the time. My collectibles went up there for a little bit as well. A bunch of people, Naked Whale. If I'm missing you, I'm sorry. I forget who else was up there. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. Chombo Fett was there. But yeah, crafting and burning, it's very, very near and dear. We talked about it before there was crafting. We said they should bring crafting. They did it. We talked about burning before there was burning. We said they should bring it. They did it. But I think that the way that it has been applied is not necessarily the best way. And I understand how they're doing it. Like this drop comes out. These are the pieces you need to burn. That's also part of the drop. Like you either buy it or you get airdropped. It like it's incentivizing you to sell out a drop or buy a drop. I think that there's not enough attention being paid on rewarding collecting, kind of like Sanjay saying here, but rewarding collecting and rewarding people who have been supporting this platform. I think that is part of the best type of marketing you can do. I think, for example, imagine this, all right? We're talking about low mints here. Sanjay's talking about how the 1 to 40s, he doesn't like that they're holding them back. There's too many of them, blah, blah. Maybe if people start to see a reason for them to be held back and for there to be a purpose and maybe a long-term goal for us as collectors to be able to get access to some of those mints, there'll be a little bit less negativity towards that. So what if you were going to think about this? It's like a double, triple-edged sword. What if you said, burn X, Y, and Z, and you will get access to these low mints. All right, burn X, Y, and Z, you'll get access to these low mints. Or you can say, listen, I'm putting these at stake. I'm entering the wait list. If I win, you can burn these 3 and I can get this, or I can have access to pay for this low mint. Something like that. Who cares? It's just like use the burning. Use the burning. So now think about it like this. What if you also are using the burning? This is a double-edged sword, I said. So not only are you given access to low mints, right? What if you're using the burning to lower supply of some of these previous drops that are way out there, right? We got 60,000 Marvel Comics 1s. You got 60,000 Fantastic Four number 1s, right? What if you are saying, like, listen, burn 25 Marvel Comic 1s and you get entered into, or you can enter the wait list if you do this, or if you put it up for burning. And then whoever gets selected from the random draw, those ones are the ones that actually get burnt. If you don't get selected, you get to keep your stuff. And then that will give you entered into either a draw for the low mints, or you have to pay for the low mints, and they have like a starting price. So they can kind of profit a little bit off of it, but at the same time, you know, you're going to pay a little bit more because it's low mint. I feel like that's something that could work in terms of having low mint access. Maybe they say like 5 of them or 10 of them, like 10 of these low mints below these numbers will be available for people who do this. Start burning the old stuff. I know that it's nice, but there's 60,000 of them. We don't need the 60,000 of them. There's a lot of bots. There's all this stuff, like, you know what I mean? Anyway, that's number 1. Number 2, what if we do that? Now let's just take the burning mechanism and talk about how there's so many older mints. Let's say you take the 60,000 MC1s and you say, listen, burn me 100 of them, or burn me 20 of them. And then if you do that, you get access into this drop, and you only get access into this drop if you do that. Or maybe you make it an open edition drop for people who do that, and you give it a time. You say, like, do it within these 48 hours. Whoever burns 20 of them, I think it'll be insane. I think that would be insane. I think it would start to spark marketplace activity. I think people will be going nuts, be like, oh, I want that. I'm going to go do it. Who cares? Who cares how many mints there are? Why do you have to limit the mints at that point? You're limiting the mints by the time period. It's almost like the open edition for the Pinnacle, right? Let people go, let them do the task, and whoever does it in this time, they get one. All right. And then after that, you can't get it anymore. So it's still limited in a way. You also had to do something to earn it. It makes people have incentive to keep it and hold it longer, giving value to your marketplace. And at the same time, you're burning editions of things that are way, 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 way overpopulated in the app. I feel like this is something that has to happen. I don't even think this is a suggestion at this point. I feel like you have to do this or do something along this line to bring some fun back to the app and reward collectors. And a lot of people, like, I know Naked Whale came up on stage and said they're not going to do that. They want you to buy new product. They're going to make you burn new product. The problem with that is that you are going to lose each and every single person that's on this app eventually if you keep doing that, because people's pockets are only so thin, so thick, and they need to have incentive to stick around. Like, if, especially now, if the only thing that they're seeing is, okay, I'm paying money, and every time that there's a mess up, they get more frustrated. Like, give them a reason to not be frustrated. Give them like the opposite. I understand you're giving IP, but sometimes at this point, you have so much IP, you have so many editions. Not only that, it's taking down the market value of everything else in their wallet because there's so many editions of everything and nobody can buy everything. So everything is naturally going to drop in value. Start to bring the value back to your customers. And I know it's not your job. I understand there's millions of collectibles in the real world, but why not be different? Why not do something that shows the community that you're here for the community for once in your life? Let's show the community you're here for the community. And I think it would be very, very well received. I think Mr. MC1's onto something. Maybe just give some access to some of those mints by doing some kind of burning event. I feel like that would be cool. If you're not going to do that, why not try to do like exclusive drops or something else like that? My Collectibles had a great idea on the space when we're talking. I was bringing up this exact same topic, and I said, why not burn some of the old stuff to get new stuff? I said, MC, what are you going to burn your AF-15s for? We know he has a ton of AF-15s. You got a stack, right? I said, what if they gave you a low mint, secret rare Spider-Man FA if you burnt X amount of your AF-15s? And then he started to think. The wheels started to turn, and he was starting to think. So that was pretty cool. But he also came up with ideas like, what if they came up with a figure of the cover, like a 3D collectible of Spider-Man swinging, and there was only like 50 of them, and if the first 10 people to burn 10 AF-15s got it. Like, start to think like that. And maybe you don't even get it. You have to pay for it still, but start to think like that. All right? Because you can still monetize, but at the same time, you're starting to make everything else more valuable. You're making money on secondary transactions. What are you making on 200 imagine if it was 1,000, right? Imagine if each one cost 1,000. Then people start to talk like, oh, my stuff is worth this much. I have some collectibles that are doing pretty well on the app. There's these types of events that they do to try and incentivize collecting. That's the type of noise you want in the space. That's the type of stuff you want to see people do. Like, we got Pudgy on Wednesday. Luca is giving royalties to people whose Pudgies are used on the physicals. Like, that's the type of stuff that people are talking about, saying like, can you believe this? Like, this is crazy. This is what NFTs can do. Let's do the same thing on Veve. Even if it's closed garden, let's do it, because you control the gamification. And this is also a type of gamification. I want to know what you guys think. Do you think I'm crazy? Am I out to lunch? Or is this something that maybe eventually someday we will see? Is it something that Marvel just doesn't want to do? I think they do. I think Marvel wants to do it. I've seen it with the Soul Stone. Let you burn stuff, get the Soul Stone. So that excuse is out the window. I think it's something that Marvel wants to do. I think they're entertaining, and I think it's a great idea. So you let me know in the comments, how would you do it? How would you burn to earn? What, like, do you think burning of old things is a good idea? Do you think that's something that they should do? I want to hear from you guys. And if you haven't already, don't forget, become a superstar. Smash the subscribe button down below. Hit the bell notification so you know whenever we post about crazy ideas like this. Also, become a superstar VIP. Thank you guys so much for our VIPs already and supporting the channel. You mean the world to us. And we'll see you in the next one. I love you. Bye.